So the episode began with Amber and her two sisters, and they sitting around talking and about the whole Miles situation, about the therapy situation, all that happened last week. And Amber, she decides to call Miles to see what's up, because there was some unfinished business from last week, because she just fell out all on the floor, well, in the street, like a hooker who pimp just slapped the shit out of her. She was all distraught that Miles was gay, because she the only person in the world who didn't know. So anyway, she didn't get all the tea. So she calls Miles and she's like, so what else you got to tell me? First of all, Heifer, that's not how you answer the phone. Okay. Miles politely said hello. She was just like, I'm finna hang up this phone. That's strong neck Heifer. So anyway, Miles was just like, look, the thing that I had to tell you, is that I've been with Milan. She was like, been with Milan? How? How do you think? They had a picnic, girl. He's been in Milan. Literally. Yes, yes, he has. What is wrong with this bat? Like, I don't get it. And then he was like, there's something else I gotta tell you. She was like, what is it? What is it now? What is it? That he was like, look, I am in a relationship with Milan. Amber drops the phone. She's upset. She's crazy. Her sisters ain't saying nothing. Because I'm sure they knew. See, everybody knew about her. She really was closed off in her mind somehow. And so she's all distraught, and she's just like, that's crazy. Milan and I've been hanging out, and they've been chilling together. We all been chilling together as a trio. I had no idea that he was messing around with my man and this and that. But he wasn't your man, Amber. Your last time Miles was your man was in high school. Dang. What part don't she get? Like this whole shit is just very unauthentic, and to say the least. And it's whatever. It's entertainment, right? All right. So let's see. So she basically decides that she's gonna have a talk with Milan so that she can get all the tea and all that. Like that's gonna do something. So we got Moniece and Tiara meeting up, getting their nails done after that whole quote unquote fight thing with Princess. Tiara Marie decides that she needs lipo all of a sudden. Um, and she was like, she don't want any credit, so don't want to hear anybody saying, why don't she just go to the gym? Well, why don't you just go to the gym, Tiara? Like, you've gained weight, but you're not gigantic. Like, just like you gain that weight, you can lose it. Like, I don't know why she's going to get lipo. I don't feel like she needs it, but she feels like she needs it to compete with all these other chicks in Hollywood and all that. It's that Hollywood mentality. And it's just really sad. Like, it's crazy. For what it's worth, even though I talk shit about Tiara, I still think she's a beautiful girl. Um, but she likes her buffets, and hey, it is what it is. I like them too. All right, so anyway, oh my gosh, you guys. Moving on from that scene, she thanked Moniece for having her back and all that. Like I said, in a tweet that Moniece retweeted, I was like, whether Tia Marie was wrong or right, Moniece definitely had her back, and I can appreciate that. She's a good friend. Let's just hope that Tia Marie has Moniece back whenever something pops off. We'll say that. But I do want to see Princess and Tiara just in the ring and just slug it out, see who wins. I'm sure if they throw never mind. Uh, so we get to Hazel E. Hazel E was in Dubai. I don't know what was she doing her music. I I'm not gonna shade her right now, but she was over in Dubai, and somehow she fell off a cliff or something, and like her face went into the handlebars. I don't know if she was on a bike, in a car, what. Y'all clear that up for me in the comments, please. But anyway, it messed up her nose. Her nose was pretty much broken. They had to rush her back to the U.S. They had 48 hours to do that, unless her nose was was going to be no more. They would have had to cut it off or whatever, and or do surgery to remove it because it would have been dead. So she's sitting in the bed. Well, Nikki comes over with flowers. Nikki and her ass comes over with flowers. She's greeted at the door by Milan, um, and who just left, by the way. Y'all just missed him. So they meet up, and Tia Marie's in the bed with her. She has this mask, on her face, covering up her nose or whatever. And she starts to cry because she's just like, it was just everything just happened so quick, and I was turning up having fun, and then all of a sudden this happened. But she was like, the worst feeling in the world while I was there was that none of the people she was with was holding her hand, consoling her, or anything. And I thought that was really, really sad. Like, show some compassion. And she's like, we're in Hollywood, and this is your brand, your face, and all that. And so it's on a whole nother level. And she feels, plus she's very insecure about her nose anyway. So Tiara, let's just go ahead and get this out the way. Tiara Marie and Hazel, she has a doctor appointment, and she goes to the doctor who saved her nose, and he takes the bandages off, and her nose is healing, but it's obviously still swollen and all that, and she just starts to bust out crying. And one thing that stood out to me was that she was just like, all that, everybody knows I'm insecure about my nose and all that, and I still have my nose, like I still didn't get a nose job. It's amazing to me. Like, Hazel, you could have lost your life. Like, be thankful. And you're worried about your damn nose. Like, out of everything, Hazel's really insecure. Like, I feel bad for her, I really do. I personally just don't feel like, um, I like her on the show, but I don't understand like the point of her being on the show. Nobody really has her back like that, and that's been apparent many, many times. I mean, they seem to be a little bit more there for her this season, but Nikki bringing flowers and all that was just like, what? Who needs love from you? You sat there while that man Jason Lee threw a drink, alcohol, might I add, in Hazel E face, and you just sat there at the table. You didn't try to wipe her face. You didn't try to help her then. But when the girl, goes and has a terrible accident, now you want to come and bring flowers and shit out. See, I can't with that whole Hollywood mess, that being fake and stuff. I can't be bothered. All right. So anyway, it was very a touching scene. I actually cried. I did. I cried a lot through this episode. So Rich Dollar meets up with Marla, and Marla is Monique's mama. Marla is something else. Like, wow. Marla was just like, look, I want to apologize to you. We somehow have, you know, got off on the wrong track because of me. And, honestly, I don't know if I'm protecting my daughter from you, or you protecting, or I'm protecting you from my daughter. And he was just like, what do you mean? They go into the whole baby situation with Cam. And Marla says the reason why Moniece don't have Cameron, don't have full custody, is because Fizz and Moniece had gotten into a really bad argument one night or day, whatever. And they when the police arrived, they saw that she was the more aggressive one, and then they locked her up, and that's how he gained custody. Rich Dollars got another story from Moniece. He was just like, no, what happened was Marla gave Moniece up to the police and said she's the reason as to why all this is happening, and so they put full custody, or most custody, in Fizz's hands. So it's two different stories here, but it's really crazy. Marla is definitely hardcore, and really seems to be invested in taking her daughter down, Moniece, and that's crazy. Um, so let's see. Hmm. All right, Nia has a party, a mamas and mimosa party that nobody showed up to, except for her daddy Teddy Riley. No diggity, no doubt, mama. And basically, he was just like, "Look, I done been there. I got 9 kids by 14 different baby mamas. Y'all work that out. I don't. And she was just like, well, you need to understand my situation, and he's gonna change, and nobody's perfect and all that. A little later on, Nia meets up with Soldier Boy, and she was just like, look, this is my decision, and I'm gonna leave Drew when I decide to leave Drew. Okay, Nia, you're officially stupid then. Enjoy your life being miserable, because you're gonna get nothing. But Nia might be more insecure than Hazel. Like, girl, it's quite sad seeing that. But am I gonna cry? Nope. All right. Let's see. Brandy. Apparently, Brandy. Y'all know crazy ass Brandy. She is a rapper, I guess, and she's in a rap group with this other girl, and they're basically kind of in limbo. They don't really know what to do with them. And the person who they work with, who label they're signed to, is Nick Cannon. Hey, Nicholas Cannon. Um, Good luck on getting Mariah back. Just wanted to throw that out there. Y'all know I'm a lamb. And anyway, he's just like, look, Lil B, you're unprofessional. You're crazy. She said herself she got into it with some producers. She didn't like how certain things was going on. Lil B is a little off. And Nick Cannon was like, look, I put a lot of money in your ass, and it didn't go nowhere, mainly because of you. So Nick Cannon decides to pretty much just put her in the hands of her husband, Max Lux, who's a great producer, apparently. And Max Lux already know how she is because he has to deal with her every single day um, as her husband. So he's a little skeptical, but they get into the studio. Max is definitely praising the other girl and not really praising her. So of course that starts a whole argument. But she's very unfocused, little B. She's just all over the place. She's just a lot of personality, definitely. In a way, I could fool with her though, just not every day. But she seems that real ride or die friend. If some pop off in the club, you ain't gotta worry about her not standing up for you. So that's important, right? I guess. Okay, Fizz meets up with O. He was just like, look, I don't know what's going on with Moniece. She ain't had the baby in like 3 months, 3 weeks. And I really want to know what's going on with her. So he decides to talk to Marla, her mama. And let's see. Marla meets up with Lil Fizz, and Marla's just like, look, Fizz, I told your ass what to do a long time ago. Go to court, get full custody, and boom. Fizz was just like, look, I'm trying to give Moniece a chance. I don't want to take Cameron away from his mother. I've always had my mother. I don't know how that feels, and yada yada. And Marla starts to bring up all kind of stuff. And one thing that she said that really pissed Lil Fizz off was she said, really, I don't see you or Moniece doing the best that y'all can, or giving 100% in raising this child. And he really lost it, and that really touched me. That made me warm up to Fizz a little bit, because I wasn't really a Lil Fizz fan because of how he treated that girl that he was with, that he was saying was an appetizer. Camilla, I don't know, something like that. But anyway, I just thought that was whack, and he's whack, and he still is. But that really touched me. I do think that he's a good father, and he does the best that he can. But he was just like, his mother helps him out a lot, and he wouldn't know what he would do without his mother. And the fact that Moniece's mom won't support her is quite It's quite sad. It is. And he was just like, you should support her in her demise. And she comes over. She was just like, look, I can't help you and everything. I did it at 19. And it kind of seems like since Moniece's mom, Marla, had to do it, she feels like they have to and all that. But like, we don't know the backstory as to why Moniece and Marla has this horrible relationship. It could be more than just Cameron. We don't know until we get the full story. Maybe we'll get it next week. Moniece can definitely sing. I knew she can sing, but she can sing. She has a beautiful voice. And Fizz is coming and to her little mic check moment and to the rehearsal, and Fizz tells her that he met up with her mama and all that, and she starts to cry. You've never supported me. You never supported me. And Fizz is just like, I didn't know the situation, but I know how crazy your mama is, and how she's out for blood. She's out for your head. And she said, take your ass to court and all that. And it was just, a really touching scene. So the last scene was Amber ass walking in there, her bow-legged ass, swishing and swashing with her smushed booty, coming to talk to Milan, coming to read Milan or whatever. And Milan's got some for her ass next week. It's gonna be very interesting. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's Kingsworld on Instagram and Twitter. And Chase Kingsworld on Facebook. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. You guys, I hope I got everything. I think I did. That was pretty much my review. Y'all tell me what y'all thoughts on everything in this episode. See you later. Bye.